Jaron boots Ennis, undefeated, 35-0.
Promise.
I afford every style. What can you bring to the table?
All right. You'll see what the 23-year-old brings to the table June 27th.
Yeah.
I'm not them boys.
All right.
I'm not them boys.
If I would have fought them same two guys that you fought, they would have been bashing the mess out of me, bro. It's levels, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, it's levels.
All right.
And you're going to see for yourself. And I'm gonna make you feel everything. And I want you to keep that same energy.
I will always keep
everything
the same energy,
that you be saying.
Man, I believe in myself too.
All right, well, so piss off.
June 27th, I'm going to show you why I believe in myself. Simple as that.
All right.
There's no bets to be made. There's no nothing to be made. There's no... Take care of your family. I take care of mine. June 27th,
Simple.
I will show you why I'm the best 154.
In the story. I'm the best at 154. You know that.
We'll see.
You know that.
But you mentioned
All right.
There was a heated argument between Jaron Ennis and Xander Zayas as they get ready for their highly anticipated fight on June 27th.
I'm going to see. I'm going to show the world I'm the best in the world.
What do you think he doesn't understand about what it means to be in the ring with you?
Like I always say, you can watch me all day, but when you get in that ring, it's a whole different story. I'm a lot faster than what you think. I'm a lot stronger than what you think. My IQ was higher than what you think. He's gonna be in for a long night.
Jaron Ennis said that Xander Zayas was a skilled, well-rounded boxer who was very good at the sport. He also said that wins and belts don't mean much when the fight starts because that's where everything is put to the test.
Like I said, Xander is a solid fighter. I think he got a little bit more tools than Ortiz. Maybe he could box a little better, but I don't know. I feel like Virgil is somewhat the better fighter, but
experience and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit more experience and things like that. But Xander, like I said, Xander not a bad fighter. He's a solid fighter. He unified champ. You can't take nothing away from him. But on fight night, them bouts is coming back to straight like that. Wait a minute. I'm about to be a 2-time unified weight division champ. I was already unified at 47. I do it at 54. And we're going to collect the rest of us at 54, be undisputed at 54, and then...
He says that Jaron Boots Ennis hasn't been pushed out of his comfort zone very often in fights. He also says that a young winner who is brave and willing to risk everything can be bad.
What do you think makes Boots beatable in your opinion?
Everything. He's never been uncomfortable. He's always had it his way. He's always, had fighters that put up a little bit of a fight and then they quit. When you have a young champion that is willing to risk everything to go in there, man, that's scary. And he has me now in front of him. And he's going to have to adjust because he's going to be really, really uncomfortable come fight.
A person named Xander Zayas also says that Jaron Boots Ennis' defense is weak because he can be hit easily with straight punches and hooks. He says they are the same height, weight, and strength, and Ennis has never fought anyone like him before.
Giving away your game plan, can you just talk about some of the strengths and weaknesses that you see already?
Man, he eats every straight punch. He eats every hook. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that I can take advantage of. I'm as athletic as he is. I'm as tall. I'm as big as he is. And again, he just never faced somebody like me before.
Boxing stars are also looking forward to this fight because they think Zayas has the skills and confidence to beat the favorite.
Thing to say, Boots is this future superstar. He beat this guy and that guy and that guy. Meantime, when you actually make the fights, and it's like, oh, he's really going to fight that guy? Is he going to win? Where are you with this?
Where I am, Max, is that I want to give a lot of credit to Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas, young guy, he wanted this fight. He called for the fight, and he made it happen quick after the Virgil Ortiz-Boots fight fell apart. So fair play to Xander. He has a lot of confidence in himself, even though he's going to be the underdog. And you're right, Boots hasn't proven anything yet. Not his fault, but he hasn't fought anyone. He looks special. Now we're going to find out, is he special?
Max Kellerman says that Xander Zayas is putting his title and name at risk by going up against Jaron Ennis. He says that the fight is dangerous and that Zayas is testing himself against one of the most dangerous fighters in the class.
And you choose Boots, Gabe. What does that say?
Absolutely. This is a fight he definitely didn't have to take, man. He's a 2-division champion right now. And for him to choose the toughest guy on paper right now, skill-wise, Boots, it's crazy. It's crazy. He could have went a different route. but he chose the best guy.
On the other hand, Jaron Ennis is very sure of himself and looks forward to taking a big step forward in his career during training. He sees this as a very important part of building his legacy. He wants to become a unified champion in a higher category and show that he is one of the best boxers of all time.
Guys, June, how you feeling about that?
I'm feeling great, man. About to be a 2-time weight division unified champ. Man, I'm snapping my legacy, man. It's only up, man. I'm about to show the world I'm the best in the world. I'm gonna continue to keep showing the world I'm the best in the world. Like this boxing game.
Boot Ennis is very sure of himself as he goes into this stage, which he sees as a turning point in his working life. He sees this as an opportunity to leave a lasting legacy by becoming a unified champion in a higher class and showing that he is one of the best boxers in the world.
Don't get me wrong, I don't take nothing from him. He's a good fighter, I appreciate him. Appreciate him for giving me an opportunity, but I don't really see much. He's a great fighter. Good, he got good fundamentals, good jab. He's smart at times, But like I said, I'm taking over. This is my division. It don't matter what he do. It don't matter what he bring to the table.
Xander Zayas, on the other hand, is sure that he will win the competition from the start. He believes Jaron Ennis will be the next one to fail. He tells Ennis that the result will be the same no matter how well he plans.
Believe he's that great, or is he rated too high for your liking?
He's a good fighter, but I don't think he's a great fighter. I'm gonna do what I do June 27th, and I'm gonna come out victorious. 23 men have tried, 23 men has failed, and this will be number 24. He will try. I know he will come prepared, and he will fail like the other 23 did.
Xander Zayas still thinks that Jaron Boots Ennis is the best 154-pound fighter, but he doesn't care about ranks or what other people think. Zayas kept his mind on the job at hand and said that his only goal is to beat Ennis when they play.
Usually the best name at 154, so once I beat him, I should enter the pound-for-pound list. But again, that's something that I don't have control over that. That's something that, the writers and everybody that votes for that has control. But I'm not focusing, right now I'm not focusing on the pound-for-pound list. I'm focusing on beating Jaron Boots Ennis.
Paulie Malignaggi looks at the fight and says that Xander Zayas' decision to fight Jaron Ennis is a risky one for him at this point in his career. Although he thinks Zayas would benefit more from a later fight, he also says that beating one of boxing's best fighters would make him famous right away.
Fight anybody. He's that kind of fighter. Super marketable fighter, so that's why I was surprised that they're taking this chance with him a little early. If he wins, he's a megastar. Ennis is one of the best fighters in the sport today. This is a fight I think both of them need, but I think Ennis needed it more because Ennis is a little older. With Zayas, you had time to wait on this kind of risk. So credit to both guys for making it. Credit to the zone for making it, for getting all these promoters together and making these big fights. I think it's an exciting fight for the reason that it's done at this point. I think it serves Ennis better. In 2 years, it would have served Zayas better. So we'll see if Zayas can pull this off as he becomes a major star.
Tim Tsayu, on the other hand, said that Jaron Ennis would beat Xander Zayas because he was smarter and more skilled. He said that Ennis was better because of his speed and general skill.
And I got Boots. Yeah, I got Boots. I think he's too skillful. IQ level, how quick he is. I think his level's above.
Man, awesome, bro. Catch you later.
Tiger Johnson is looking forward to the fight and thinks that Jaron Ennis versus Xander Zayas will be a lot more competitive than most people think. He talks about how big and strong Zayas is, which makes it sound like the fight could be tough for both of them.
It's gonna be a way better fight than people is giving it. You know what I mean? I think Xander kind of a big dude too. Yeah. Boots is real strong as well. So yeah, he kind of a big dude. But man, I think it's gonna be a war in my opinion. I think they're gonna bang it up.
Tiger Johnson says that Xander Zayas' discipline and way of thinking are the main things that keep him dangerous in fight. Zayas is praised for following his plan, staying in great shape, and never losing his cool during a fight.
And feet work. I feel like you gotta have some of those abilities to make it, a good fight for you. You know what I mean? But if you ain't got no good feet work, or you you slow, you don't got no fast punches, or defense not that good, it's gonna be a tough job for you. You know what I mean? So
Xander's got good feet.
yeah, Xander got good feet. Xander got good feet. He got good speed. You know what I mean? Defense is good. So that's why I say I think it's gonna be a banger. You know what I mean? And they different. You know what I mean? Like, they got similar abilities, but in a different way. They both got their own style with it.
Along the same lines, Rolly Romero thinks Jaron Ennis will win this game because it is hard to beat him. It seems to him that Xander Zayas is still growing into his best, but Ennis has been in a lot more high-level fights and has a fuller personality in the ring.
I mean, shoot. It's hard to really go against Boots because on that one with specifically Xander, you know, I feel Xander's still young, you know? Boots is a lot older and has a lot more experience.
On the other hand, Roy Jones Jr. has a long history of judging the skills of young boxers and setting high standards for big fights. Now that Xander Zayas is studying for a difficult test, he says he has the skills to do well, but the task comes before it would be best for his growth. He also says that fighters often choose these risky choices because money, timing, and opportunities all work together to push them into deep water sooner than they planned.
I can't beat him, but that's a hell of a task he's taking on at an early age too, you know what I mean? So I would have liked to see him wait just a little bit longer, get a couple more fights in, but sometimes when the money calls, the fight has to happen. Money calls, the fight gotta happen, so it's what it is.
Jaron Ennis.
Roy Jones Jr. says that Jaron Ennis is a boxer who stays calm under pressure and knows how to do his job properly in the ring. Now that the fight is getting closer, he wants Ennis to fully use that control and show how good he is when the fight starts. Plus, he says, you shouldn't forget about any part of Ennis' style because all of his skills will likely show on fight night.
And a guy that's actually knows what he's doing and knows how to fight, has talent too, but knows how to use his talent. Therefore, it's nothing to break down. And I think they'll find that out come this next fight.
By breaking down the fight, Winky Wright stresses how strong the class is and urges the best fighters to go head-to-head right away. He thinks that beating tough opponents instead of getting an easy record will leave a long impression, and he tells both Xander Zayas and Jaron Ennis to take advantage of the chance to stand out against the best players in the world.
The division looking good right now, you know, and I just want to see all the fighters fight each other, man. The best need to fight the best. That's what's going to bring the fans to boxing. And, you know, you can only be great by beating somebody great. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a bunch of wins with no great win. You're just a good fighter, but you want to be great, you need to beat another great fighter. So they got the opportunity and the hope.
But Eric Roman is looking forward to a quick, rough start where both fighters land early and test the other. He respects Jaron's size and level of preparation as he approaches Xander Zayas. Zayas, on the other hand, comes into the fight well prepared and sure of himself. But he warns that the steady pace needed to slow Ennis down might be hard to keep up throughout the fight, especially if it stays close at the start.
But I'm siding with my brother Bo on that one. I think that it's going to be an entertaining fight in the beginning. You know, I would say the first 5-6 rounds is going to be competitive, mainly because Boots is smart. He knows that Xander can fight. Xander's a big kid. He's not just gonna sit there and trade with him. You know, I don't know what they're thinking. They see. I know that Coach Javier, who's my boy too. You know, Centennial, great coach on Xander's side. I know they're gonna have a great game plan early. But the pace that you have to keep Boots off you, man, that's a hefty price. You know, and I don't know if Xander's gonna be able to do that. You know, so I do think it's going to be competitive for, like I said, 5-6 rounds.
Eric Roman says that Xander Zayas is tough and technically sound enough that a single big blow won't stop him. This shows how resilient he is and how much he wants to fight when things get rough. He says that Zayas can handle attacks and is a good boxer all around. He does say, though, that Jaron, Boots, and Ennis are better at what they do, and that difference may become clearer as the fight goes on.
And it's too good to get hit with one shot clean and just go. I think he has a lot of heart. You know what I mean? He's Puerto Rican. He showed that he can fight, he can scrap. I think Xander does everything really good, but I think Boots does everything really great. So, and that's going to be a difference in the later round.
To add to the conversation, Jesse Hardwick Hart says that Jaron Ennis is very good at training, but usually fights at a steady pace instead of going all out. He thinks that Ennis will have to be more aggressive and keep up the pressure throughout the fight because of the stakes and the opponent.
I think it's going to be a masterpiece, masterclass. This is where you get to see what Boots can really do. A lot of guys that see Boots in the gym, you already know what he really can do. And like Bo said, like he just needs somebody to bring it out of him. You know what I mean? I even don't like that he don't bring out everything in a lot of these fights. Sometimes he only take it to the level that he has to. But I think for this fight, for the magnitude and what's at stake, he has to take it to that level. No offense or buts, and I know he will.
Jaron Boots. Ennis is sure that he will win the fight because he has worked hard and will beat down his opponent as the fight goes on. He thinks that constant pressure and better shot selection will lead to either a stop or a clear win by points. Whatever happens, he makes it look like Ennis is in charge of the whole thing and no one else is, even if it goes the distance.
He's going to stop him, but if he doesn't, I really think he's just going to like carve him up real bad. I think, like I said, a masterclass. I don't even want to say a stoppage. I'm going to just say a masterclass.
Meanwhile, Bernie the boxer thinks that Xander Zayas is a well-built and physically developed boxer in his weight class who has made clear improvements in his strength and presence. He notices that Zayas and Jaron Ennis have a lot in common in terms of style, which makes the fight more competitive than he thought it would be. He still likes Ennis, but he sees the fight as a big step that could help the winner move up to the best fighters in the world.
I would give it a good chance. I don't know, but I think it's an interesting fight because, I think Boots is the heir apparent. Everybody is waiting on Boots to outshine the pack, So, fighting for those 2 titles, against a guy like Xander. He still got a lot to prove, but that goes right in the right direction.
That's the end of today's movie. What do you think about the fight? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to follow and turn on notifications to get the latest news and analysis from insiders.